From that divine matrix, you can choose to create heaven on earth, or you can choose to create hell on earth.
Welcome to the Golden Age Goddess Podcast. We stand for peace, love, happiness, and abundance for all. Listen to your heart and soul's call, and we will encourage you to be bold, audacious, and devoted. Kim, Indigo, and Wind, helping you win by healing deep within. Only way to the Golden Age. Like, share, and subscribe today.
What's the biggest difference between the divine matrix and the false matrix that most people are living within?
You know, the thing is, going back to the divine matrix and then the false matrix, let's expand now. I feel like we definitely focused a lot on the false matrix. Let's expand on the contrast of the divine matrix. Mm-hmm. So the divine matrix is the original matrix. It's the source. The matrix, actual word, the original derivative of the word, the origins of the word matrix comes from the word matriarch, which means the mother, which also goes back to the womb. And you can look this up yourself if you're into etymology, as I am, looking at where the words come from. So when we're going back to the womb, we're going back to the mother, the divine mother. And again, there's a masculine aspect of God too, but we're focusing on the mother because specifically the matriarch, the matrix comes from the mother because she's the creative force, right? She creates. So we can create from this womb space. We can create from this void space. It's the space of infinite potential. And so we have created in, again, unconsciously and subconsciously, and again, from being tampered with by horrible false light entities, and that's a whole nother story. But from that divine matrix, you can choose to create heaven on earth, or you can choose to create hell on earth. And most of us are living in hell. And when I say hell, because look at what we're going through in the world. I'm not saying that all of us are, burning in some type of hellish fire and that life is just doom and gloom. But for some people in this, on this planet, for most people, we see they're suffering from disease, there's murders, there's rape, there's child sex trafficking, there's drug addiction, alcoholism in corporations, all of that. There's deviant behaviors. There's behaviors that are manipulative and to siphon off people's energy. So when we're looking at that false matrix compared to the divine matrix, there's none of that because people are choosing love over fear. They're choosing love. They're back to their original beingness, the original light that we are all meant to be and who we really are on a soul level. But we're all coming back to that. So if we're still engaging in all of that nonsense and even participating, kind of like what even Kim was saying, even down to the shampoos, why is there toxins in something that's supposed to nourish your hair? Why is there toxins in something that's supposed to help your body, in your face or whatever? Even down to those simple things, that is the false matrix. In the divine matrix, it causes harm to none. Mm-hmm. Harm to none. Everybody is benefiting. Everybody is flourishing. Everybody is thriving. So that's the difference between the false matrix and the divine matrix, but it comes from within. You have to choose through your mind, your body, your spirit, your emotional state of being. If you work on those, then you're naturally going to magnetize yourself to experience heaven on earth, which is what the golden age is all about.
I was just thinking about the golden age. I'm like, the divine matrix is the golden age. Yeah, and that's why we're going through such a spiritual awakening throughout the whole world. Like people, there's so much disruption because people are awakening at a mass time now. For me, it's the divine matrix. It's going to the golden age. And I believe in the episode that our last episode when Indigo mentioned, like, what's going on right now is the manifestation of Master Jeshua and like his manifestation of the golden age. So that's why we're now awakening at a larger scale. So that's, you know, for me, that's the difference between the divine matrix and the false matrix is dismantling all the false and going back to love, just like Gwen said. So just wanted to add a little bit of that. What it resonates with me was what Indigo said in the last episode, like it's the manifestation of Master Jeshua.
Yes, the embodiment.
Yes,
That's
embodiment. Yes.
Wind, I love what you said about heaven and hell and how we choose to participate either way, in either one. You know, we can choose to create our heaven on earth, or we can choose to create hell on earth. And hell or heaven is a state of being within. And that's what we're talking about here when we talk about the false matrix and in the divine matrix. It's created from within, from inside out. When we talk about, you know, the illusions of it and things like that, we create what's inside of us, and that it becomes our reality. Then we are able to. So if we're living from a space of heaven on earth, right, our life will seem like it's beautiful, you know, saying that we won't have challenges, but we won't be looking at them as, oh, the whole world is falling, my whole world is falling apart. No, we will see it as a challenge that has a lesson in it that teaches us or allows us to grow, allows us to be stronger, allows us to learn about discernment and so many different things that our challenges can teach us. The third dimension is just one reality, and that duality that is in the third dimension has its space to allow us to be able to learn the lessons that we need to learn, to be able to transcend to the fourth, fifth, sixth, and beyond dimensions, right? Because it shows you, it comes right into your face. Like, if this could be so challenging and you can overcome that, you can ascend, you can transcend your any situation. So the duality have a purpose, but it's not the only reality. The 3D is not the only reality that we exist for, you know. We have options beyond that, and that's like a stepping stone to beyond.
Exactly. Yes, it's a stepping stone to step up or to step down. You know, you get to, because you get to choose. That's the thing. We get to choose, but a lot of us don't realize we have that choice. You know, so that is really, really powerful statement that you said, Indigo. And yet the ability to choose is really what it comes down to. And once you are aware that, oh, wow, I don't have to experience the contrast anymore. I don't have to experience the duality, the good or the bad. How about we come back to oneness, which is only through love, through love. I also like to the concept of, it doesn't mean that all challenges will be even eliminated, even as you're in the golden age. But what I am getting very strongly is that the challenges, in a way, eliminate themselves. They eliminate themselves through your frequency, through your consciousness, through your love, through your light. They naturally will eliminate themselves, because now you're in that realm of miracles, you know, miracle consciousness, you know. So that is the divine matrix also, is that miracle consciousness, is that because you're so supported. And again, the more that we raise that vibration and operate from a higher frequency, then yes, we are going to be able to experience those miracles, and you're not going to be dealing with the drama as you're anchoring in the divine matrix, because that's not an energetic match to that. It's not an energetic match. Yes.
Welcome to the Golden Age Goddess Podcast. We stand for peace, love, happiness, and abundance for all. Listen to your heart and soul's call, and we will encourage you to be bold, audacious, and devoted. Kim, Indigo, and Wind, helping you win by healing deep within. Only way to the Golden Age. Like, share, and subscribe today.